Brian and Ainsley, hi guys.
And it's a busy day, and it's great. It's great to have you. Because we're about 30-some days before the election.
Yeah.
Looking down the road, Donald Trump actually cut the video for Harry from his campaign plane yesterday. The Democrats are pulling out all the stops. Now they've got, in addition to the fact that there's very little mainstream media interviews and stuff like that, they've got one of the best.
She doesn't talk to the media because if she does, nobody would ever vote for her. So they're hiding her. It's a national disgrace.
Well, what she's got going for her right now is she's got one of the most popular surrogates in the world, and that is Barack Obama is going to be helping her out.
Okay, good luck with that. You don't transfer leadership from one person to another. And at least Barack Obama sat, did interviews, spoke. Here we are, 33 days out of an election. She sponsored the new Green Deal, $93 trillion, end of capitalism. Nobody's asked her a question. She sponsored government health care for all and, with the elimination of private health insurance. No answers. How do you like this for illegal immigrants? Now, the FEMA money that should be going to North Carolina and Georgia and Tennessee and South Carolina and Florida. Yes. Okay, that money, apparently FEMA, they didn't tell us until yesterday, is broke. They raided the FEMA lockbox to give it to Harris Biden illegals so that we can give them free housing, food, health care, education. Oh, and sex change surgery. But you gotta be kidding me.
But here's the thing, and you're down here in South Florida. Hurricane season runs through the end of November. We got 60 more days.
They don't have any money. It is a national disgrace. Now, we've given $200 billion to Ukraine. They just gave another $8 billion in the last week. They have all of this money they're giving to Somalia, and they're giving to Haiti, and they're giving to Yemen, and we're giving money to the Taliban. And we're not helping out people in our country, in North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Tennessee. This is Kamala's Katrina, because they have been missing in action. Joe is sitting his ass on the beach in Delaware, couldn't get off his ass to help the country. She was out in Hollywood with her Hollywood friends. It is a national disgrace. And I will tell you, it infuriates me that we're not putting American citizens first. It is time. If you want to change this country, this election, if you want to know how bad it'll get, look at the border, look at the economy, look at defund, dismantle, no bail laws, look at Afghanistan, look at Ukraine, look at the war in Europe. We're about to have an explosion in the Middle East because of their failed policies. They made Iran rich again by lifting the Trump sanctions. They opened the borders, 11.5 million people, murderers, rapists, violent criminals, gangs, cartels, and known terrorists in the country. These are not smart people. This is not good for our future or our kids' future. This election matters. So.
Listen, I mentioned Donald Trump was campaigning yesterday, cut that video for Harry. He is going to Butler, returning
Saturday.
Tomorrow.
He's in Georgia, I believe North Carolina today.
The folks we were talking to earlier, they're concerned about his security, but at the same time, they think the Secret Service has got it. And I mentioned earlier, when I flew into Palm Beach Airport yesterday, and I didn't describe the security feature that is different, they've amped it up for him, which is important.
All I could say is how we got to a point where they claimed it was a slope roof in Butler. I used to be a roofer, Steve. Yep. Fell nearly 3 stories off a roof, busted up my arm, my face. So I know what a slope roof is. That was not a slope roof. They lied. Then they said they have this area around 4 holes on Trump International, and they have a known area where paparazzi hide out to get pictures and videos of Donald Trump. They never swept the area. A guy with an AK-47 and a scope got within 300 yards, 130 yards in Butler. And I got to tell you something. This can't happen in our country. And now we know we have Iranian assassination squads.
Yeah. It's a lot going on. Sean, thank you.
By the way, let's give a big thanks to Steve Doocy and all of you. Thank you all.
Hey, listen. There are 500 people here. They all want a selfie. Who wants a selfie with Sean? Line up. Fox and Friends live from Harry and the Natives.